Hayo. Angelina. Angelina. Those who are following the story know what's coming. Chapter 60. It's getting to be a very long read now. We are diving into the deep waters, the deep end of pretty much where we've come from. The snakebite incident in the Serengeti Ngorongoro Plains. And I'm making steady recovery. Those who've been bitten by a snake know what I'm talking about. I don't know if many of you have, but a snake bite isn't something nice. First of all, there's this fear factor that a snake is poisonous, venomous, and everything. Are we together? I want you to picture yourself in that situation and not knowing what is going to be the outcome. I keep telling this every day. I was bitten by a snake, a reptilian. And I always wanted to tell this story many times, and I've never talked about it. Can you imagine? It's almost 30 years ago. 30 years ago. And this would turn the events around. Remember, I'm in Arusha. I was meant to be in Arusha for only 2 nights. A weekend, Friday, I arrived in Arusha. Saturday, Sunday, we have a party at the Hamadis. And then Monday, probably Tuesday, I would be returning back to Kenya. That was the whole itinerary of the visit. And then from there, I would return to Uganda. Now we are in 2 weeks and over. I had checked into the new Arusha hotel just to give me an extended time in Tanzania, pretty much now I was caught in between the rock and the hard place, I wanted to get to know Angelina and pretty much see what next. What next? The night of the party, the party at the Hamadi's residence, because I remember I had gone to visit Hamadi, and unbeknown to me, the Hamadi family and the Bettina family knew each other. Back in the day, Arusha was very small, like a town, and it had the enclaves, the upscale and everything, downtown and all that. And the people I'm talking about are very successful people. Oh, they were very successful people, powerful families. Now, and then that's when we meet again. It was love again, love at first sight. And I remember very well that night, we shyly encounter each other again, and we get to know each other during that evening. We get chatting, and then we move out of the party area. We went and sat in the corner. We were talking. By the end of the night, it was a different story. It was a different story. Her parents were leaving, and she was remaining behind with me. That's the story. I'm residing at the Hamadi's residence in the guest wing. Everything went down that night. It was, let me explain this. there is what they call love at first sight. And there is what they call, I used the word, you consummate that attraction. The magnetic attraction we had for each other was over. So the relationship sparked off a whirlwind romance. And pretty much that went far beyond. On Monday, I would leave the Hamadi's residence. Okay, let's say in the next week. Then I move into the new Arusha Hotel. The new Arusha Hotel, today it's called the 4 Points. I think it's part of Sheraton, big international something. But it is still there. I would love to go and see. I am going to visit Arusha, people. I will take you through all the places. Even my room, I remember my room. It was an executive suite up floor. So you Google New Arusha Hotel, it will bring you up the picture of the hotel. It is still as it is. It's not changed. Arusha, Tanzania. I will tell you that is the room I stayed in. And you asking me, you had gone to Ngorongoro. You had seen everything you wanted to see, but there is a lot to see if you're touring Tanzania. There is a lot. I don't think you can see everything. Okay, they've put up viewpoints where kind of, when you climb, when you trek, when you do this and that, and then you see everything from a distance as you leave. Now, those who are following the story, you know what really was happening back to back. Angelina goes to Dar es Salaam. She leaves me in the hotel. She has to make a quick return. Hastily. It was a hastily return. I was at the airport, at the airstrip, Arusha airstrip, to pick her up. We had been communicating. She was ringing the hotel. Back in the day, there's no mobile phones. There were no mobile. She was calling the hotel. So she would leave all messages, or sometimes we would talk. And she put down time to be with me. And everything mutates to the point that now she wants me to visit her family. To visit her family. It was a good thing, but I would say it was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. And that visit would turn more into an introduction because it was bigger than what I expected. We went with Hamadi, my friend. Lakini Hamadi alishangaa. Alisema, kwa nini wewe Muganda, bibi ulimwambia nini? Kwa nini anakupenda sana? Ni aje? Man. But it was all. She's the only daughter and the only child. She's just recently returned from the United States. She's finished her studies, business studies, to come and take over the reins of the dad's company. Very successful. Now, I begin to learn all this as days go by. And one big surprise I remember was when she led me to the garage and opened it, and there was a Jeep. Hey, lakini wewe. Let me tell you, I've always been lucky to meet people who are very, very much beyond the stratosphere. Similarly to what Bettina, the general's daughter, was. This was pretty much up there. I'm in Arusha. I am in Arusha, people, 1997. And hadn't it been the snake bite? And, okay, let me tell you this. Let me be honest with you people. We made love. We made love. the first time we went to the Ngorongoro, in the wild plains and everything. You know, these things happen on the whim, you know what I mean? But that's the excitement. The adrenaline had caught on. Are you with me? That's the story. It's a love story. Now, the week I'm supposed to return back to Kenya, we agree that let's visit the Ngorongoro again, because at the hotel I was staying, tourists used to come and go, but most of them were on excursion. Excursion meaning that they stop over for a weekend and then they continue to climb the Kilimanjaro mountain. Mountain Kilimanjaro, the only mountain in Africa. I think, no, it's got a peak with snow on top. The same with Mountain Rwenzori in Uganda, on the borders with Congo. But we had this unfinished fantasy. And there we are. We went and then we took the trip. We took the day trip. Not knowing that it was going to be something else. The day I'm bitten by a snake. We had been trekking it was midday, around 12 midday. The sun is baking hot. Pretty much that's the time probably most of the animals would be resting. Those who are familiar with game, wildlife, either they would hunt in the night or hunt in the evening. But usually during the midday, it is usually a quiet time. So probably the snake was just moving about because of the heat. And it was hunting prey. It coiled around me. If you see the picture, there's a picture I have. That picture is taken just before. It is the same area. Hiyo nyoka ilikuwa karibuni hapa. It was around there. And then it coiled around my leg. And then stung me with its fangs. Very, very sharp, painful. Initially, I didn't know what had bitten me until I looked at my leg and the snake was uncoiling and going. And it disappeared. That was it. That was going to change everything. So Angelina felt like she was to blame. Oh, no. The snake would have bitten her as well. But it bit me. And where we are right now in the story, when I'm discharged from St. Elizabeth Hospital, Arusha, Angelina had come to the hospital with the mom. I'm discharged and I move into their residence in the guest wing. Or kama muzita boys quarters, isn't it? Eh? No. Or staff quarters, something like that. And then to take care of me. I'm still bandaged up in the leg. I'm in pain. And pretty much everything is hanging in the balance. I couldn't walk. Right. And I couldn't travel. I could have said, let me return back. But I had to sit it out to make sure that I'm okay and fit to travel. The leg was swollen. The anti-venom, the venom and everything. So the antidote was given to me while in the park, whatever, in the national park. The rangers who came to the rescue gave me the anti-venom. Do you know what anti-venom is? Anti-venom is when the snake bites you, especially poisonous snakes, the first thing it would do, it would inject poison into you to paralyze you. That's why my leg became stiff. My leg was stiff, it was stiffening, so everything goes up to the heart. And then you have a cardiovascular, you have a heart attack or something. So I was saved. But that was the quick response of the tourists who had me shouting, and then Angelina was calling out for help. Remember, we were all alone.
Hey, why lying, man?
What are you doing here?
Give me the glass for me.
This one, you like it?
Give me for me, present.
This is expensive.
No, it's present. Why you spend? Me recline the speakers. Give me for me.
I'll bring you tomorrow.
Give me for me.
Okay, this time. I'll bring for
One name.
This one is Ray-Ban.
No, it's fake, man.
No, this is only...
Yeah, give me a look.
I'm doing a video here.
No, it's okay, video. Yeah, what is?
Ray-Ban.
We write about it.
You see the one, these two things. Ray-Ban, these two.
No, man.
It's original. Look at him.
Me have the right one, right.
Tomorrow.
The glass, right in, right one. Give me this menu for you. 3, 4, 5.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You give me this 5 for you.
Correct. Tomorrow, we talk.
Right one.
I give you. All right, my friend. Tomorrow. Okay. Now, do you see the situation we are dealing with here? It was a snake bite, for real, not just anything. And anything could have been the worst. By the time I'm driven to the hospital, St. Elizabeth, they end up having to perform a minor surgery to check if I have any fangs. The snake might have left fangs. When a snake bites, it usually would leave fangs inside there. But just for the sake of making sure, they performed a mini. I have the cut. I will show it to you if you want. The cut is still there where they performed the surgery. And very interesting enough, everything came back all good. I was there for the rest of the day, and I'm discharged late in the evening. And I could not return back to the hotel, ending up in residence at the Angelina's house, Majengo. Now that's the story there. But there was no way I would have ended up staying at their house. Remember, I'm alone in Tanzania. I was alone in Tanzania, apart from Hamadi, my friend, and he would also learn. He learned about this incident through people, because word went round that there's an emergency that has taken place in the national park. Somebody has been bitten by a snake, and it was me. Hey! You get me? So that's where we are, my people. We shall continue with our story. I need to share with you all this. To share with you the story of Angelina. So this is what they call it. And it became a love story. And then I get to know her family. I get to know... Let me not tell you more. They had a family house in Dodoma, countryside. When the parents left us alone at the home, it was me and Angelina alone. So I'm bringing you more revelations how I ended up in Dodoma. Do you want to know what happened in Dodoma? Keep following the story. These things are true. Things that have happened. This close to staying in Tanzania, they had loved me so much. The family, the parents, and That was one thing
And
that
that's the thing. And the
I've always wondered.
like
So,
exactly.
we are going to continue our story, people. Okie dokie.
Like
Yep.
there's so many